Hey guys, it's your girl, Lashes Tony XO. How are you guys doing? I am in such a great mood, you guys, because I am back. I'm at home, you guys. It is time for my Q&A, which I asked you guys to leave me questions. I want to say about 2 weeks ago, maybe. I think it was about 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, I asked you guys to leave me questions. I wrote them all down because I'm all about that note life. That's what I like to do. I'd rather write notes than put things on my phone. I don't know. I'm old school like that. So, yeah. I've got 2 pages of questions from you guys. I don't really know if you want me to say your name, but hey, I'm going to say it anyway. If I know your name, I will say it, or if I wrote it down, or maybe if I can't pronounce your name. I'm not going to say your name, but you'll know if you ask me this question or not. It's not like I have millions of subscribers, so I'm sure you know if you ask me this question. So, I have about 15 questions, you guys. Super excited to answer your guys' questions. Okay, one of my longtime subscribers, Julie Monroe, love you, girl. I love that you asked me, I think you've asked me the most questions out of everybody. She's kind of left one long comment with about 5 questions in them. So, yeah, I'm doing yours first, Julie. So the first question is, what's the next tattoo you want? Well, originally, I think I told you guys, maybe I didn't, but I was thinking I told you guys what I wanted. And originally I wanted a Sagittarius arrow or an arrow because my dad was a Sagittarius. And if you know anything about me, my dad and me were besties. And pretty much every tattoo I have is in memory of my father. This is Daddy's Girl. This is my dad's favorite song, Daddy's Hands. Dropped my note. A video about my tattoos. I'll put that card up here if you want to see more about my tattoos. But that was not even the question, was it, Julia? It was, what is my next tattoo? So like I said, I was thinking about getting an arrow because, again, arrows, it means follow your heart. My father was a Sagittarius. And I just thought, I really like the symbol. And then my favorite singer, Miranda Lambert, of course, after her divorce, she got a tattoo. I don't remember which. I think it was this side of it. She got an arrow right here. And it's really cute. You can see it in her videos. It's just small, a little small arrow. It's really pretty. And she got an arrow, and I was like, oh my God, I want an arrow. But now I don't want one. So I don't really know. I don't really know if I want to get another tattoo at this point. And if I do get another tattoo, I don't really know what I want. I want to really think about it because, I don't know, like I said, tattoos mean a lot to me. I'm not one of those people that just run out and get random tattoos. I really put a lot of thought into it. If I get another one, maybe it'll be about my children or about my husband, or maybe it'll say something like family or blessed, or you don't know what you have. What's that saying? You don't know what you have till it's gone. Or I don't know. Maybe I'll think of a quote like that. I've always liked a lot of Marilyn Monroe quotes. I just don't know if I'd want it kind of tattooed on me. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't really know. I know that did not answer your question, hon, but I'm kind of at the point right now, I don't really know if I want a tattoo. Maybe, I've always wanted a little word across my wrist. Maybe family or blessed or something like that. Or maybe something from the Bible or something. I don't really know. I have no clue what tattoo I would get. Because, like I said, I was thinking of getting an arrow. And I really don't want to get an arrow anymore. So, yeah. Let's go on to the next because it's already been 10 minutes and I've been talking about what I'm not getting. So, let's go to the next one. Okay, she also asked me, what work have I got done as far as surgeries? Because I did say in one of my videos that I've had work done. So let's talk about the surgeries I've had done. I had breast implants. As you can see, I've had breast implants. So yeah, that's the first surgery. As far as enhancements, basically the only surgery enhancement I had was I've had my boobs done one time, and that was about 10 years ago. I've had lip injections done several times, but not recently. It's been about 5 years, maybe 10 years ago since I've had my lips done. So usually what I do is just kind of draw outside my lip line, but I used to get lip fillers all the time in my lips. And my lips, when I get lip fillers, they swell up like this big. They're huge. I have really sensitive skin, so my lips react to it like almost like I was stung by bees. They just swell up so bad that I just thought I looked ridiculous. So after the last time, I don't know if it was the doctor that I went to, or because it wasn't my normal plastic surgeon that did my boobs, which he is awesome. If you're looking for a really good plastic surgeon, I would recommend going to Dr. Menard. He is amazing. I would totally recommend him. Dr. Menard Plastic Surgery, he's the bomb. But this other guy I had just went to because he was at like a, they were doing some kind of party, and he was there. They were doing Botox injection, which I do get Botox injections, but I haven't got that done. As you can see, these two lines on my forehead drive me nuts, and probably once a year, I would say about once a year, I will get these lines smoothed out. They really annoy me. My birthday's coming up, so I might get Botox again. But they're not like, those are like the only wrinkles I have. I'm lucky, I'm blessed enough with, my mother is beautiful, and my grandmother's beautiful, and everybody in my family aged really, really well. So I do not have crow's feet. I do not have any lines on my face whatsoever, except these two lines right here that drive me insane. So every now and then, maybe about every year or so, I will get Botox, and that right there is a chickenpox scar that drives me nuts too. So I try to hide it with my hair. My hair is oily, you guys. I'm sorry, I have not washed it, and it needs to be colored, but you know what you gonna do. So yeah, so those are the only things I've had done. And my lips and my Botox obviously is not surgery. It's just where you get fillers and Botox and stuff like that, and it doesn't require any surgery. The only surgery I had was having my boobs done, and I would not take that back for anything in the world. I love my boobs. I did get more of a natural boob shape. I think it's like a teardrop shape or something. I don't know. You could get the ones that sit way up here, or you could get the ones that look more natural, and I got the ones that look more natural. I just wear a push-up bra, so that's why sometimes you see my boobs like way up here. It's because I'm wearing a push-up bra, you guys. Normally my boobs are just like normal, and that's kind of why I liked them, because you can make them look supernatural. I hate when I say supernatural because it sounds like weird, but, or you could, if you want them to look like Pamela Anderson, you could push those puppies to the moon if you want to. But yeah, so I went from a cup to a D cup from surgery, and then from gaining weight, I went from a D cup to a double D from gaining weight. So yeah, so anything, but anyway, I'm taking forever on these questions. I have 15 questions, and this is like my second question, right? Okay, this might be a two-parter, you guys, because I keep running my pothole. Okay, what is your favorite exfoliating product? Yeah. Exfoliating product. I really love, I forgot what it's called. Let me go get it. It's an exfoliator, and it feels really good, and it wakes you up. Let me see if I can go get it real quick, because I can't remember the name, so hold on one second. Okay, guys, I am back. I found my exfoliator. So the question is, from Julia Monroe. What is your favorite exfoliating product? Now, this was in a drugstore skincare. You can find this at, I don't find it at Target, but you can find it at any drugstore, any grocery store. And it is really one of my favorite scrubs for your face because it smells like apricot and it's really cheap. It's under 10 bucks and I just really enjoy it. So it's this one right here. It's the St. Ives Fresh Skin Apricot Scrub. Deeply exfoliates to reveal smooth skin. It's oil-free, dermatologist tested, 100% natural exfoliants, and there's 6 ounces in here. It's sulfate-free, paraben-free. Yeah, and so it's my favorite one. I have 2 of these actually, and I will put the card up here for my drugstore skincare that I like. I'll put the card up here. But if you use this like in the morning, oh my god, it just wakes you up because it gives you that fruit smell and it's got this really great scrub in it. And I don't feel like it's too harsh of a scrub, but you can see that there's some scrubby bits in it. And it just feels really good on the skin. It's really good to use at night to take up off your makeup. It just feels really clean and fresh. If you're looking for an exfoliating product for your face and you don't want to spend a ton of money at Sephora, I would say give this one a try. It is one of my favorite ones, no lie, you guys. Again, this is my second one I bought, and it's the St. Ives Apricot Scrub, under 10 bucks. I think you will love it. I really do. If you love the smell of fruit, it's amazing, and it's really good for your skin. If you have sensitive skin like I do, I think you'll really enjoy it. So this is my favorite exfoliant scrub. Okay, so there you go on that one. Okay, next question. I'm marking through the questions, you guys, because there's so many. All right, do you like to read? This is still from Julia. She left me a lot of questions, you guys. Do I like to read? I am a fake reader. Does that make any sense? I like really have these goals, you guys, and I will go to Barnes & Noble's because I love to go to Barnes & Noble's, get a cup of coffee, and get like a bunch of books and a bunch of magazines and just stay there for like hours and just look over the books, look at magazines, drink my coffee, and that's just like my quiet time, my favorite place to be, especially when I'm by myself and the kids are at school, when my son's at school and my other kids are at work and my husband's at work, and just to go to Barnes & Noble's and just kind of relax and just kind of have some me time. That is my me time. I love hanging out at Barnes & Noble's. I know that sounds so weird, but I do really love reading magazines. I do read books, but I will buy the books, and then when I get home, I will have a collection of books, but I will never open them again. And I don't know why I do that, but I don't know. I try to be a good reader, you guys, but when I get home, I just kind of use them for display purposes, just because I think the cover of the books, I think they're so pretty, and I'm like, I read books, and I will have them like displayed, and people come over and be like, oh, have you read that book? And I'll be like, I haven't started it yet, but I plan on reading it, and it'll be like a year later, and I haven't read the book. But it's fun to buy it, just to act like you're reading the book. But yeah, so really, do I read? No, I don't really read books, but I do read magazines. I don't know if that counts. And I read a lot of stuff on the internet. Does that count too? Because it's reading. I mean, you're reading it. I don't know. What do you think? You be the judge. Okay, so that is that question. What is your number one fear? Okay, since I do suffer from panic attacks. Okay, so my number one fear goes back to my anxiety and depression. I lost my father, my favorite aunt, my father, my kid's father, all in a 2-year span. Actually, my aunt and my father died back to back, like 1 month apart. They died, and then my kid's father died a year later, and then a year later, after my kid's father died, his sister died. That one of my best friends from when I was younger is younger than me, and she passed away about is it a year or 2 years now? She passed away from a heart attack, and she's way younger than I am, and I grew up with her, and it was just like all these people dying. I have a huge fear of death, and so when something is wrong with me, if I have really bad pains in my back, or I feel like my kidneys because I drink a lot of coffee, and I don't know if you remember, I was on this health kick because I'm trying to get healthy, but it's really, really hard when you love caffeine. But I have so many kidney infections, urinary tract infections, I have backaches, and I feel like they're all related, and that's why I get worried that it might be my kidneys or whatever. So I always think of the worst, basically. But so yeah, I guess my number one fear is death, because I have lost so many people I care about at once. Basically, they just all, like, in a 5-year span, they all passed away, and I was like, wow, life is short, and you don't know how long you have on this earth, and you should just appreciate what you have and try to take really good care of yourself. But even the healthiest people die. So you could be so healthy and you could have a car wreck tomorrow. You're not promised tomorrow. You don't know what lies ahead. God has a plan for everyone, obviously. But yeah, my number one fear is death. And I know a lot of people probably aren't scared of death, but that is a huge, huge thing. And that's what causes a lot of my depression, anxiety, panic attack syndrome, all that kind of stuff, is because I am scared to die. I don't know what's out there. I'm terrified of being alone, I guess. And so that triggers, like, so many emotions in me. It's like, you know, you come in this world alone and you die alone. And I know that sounds so, like, depressing, but that's what gets into my head. And that's my biggest fear, is death. Really. I would say my second biggest fear, just in case you want to know, is heights. Am I saying that right? Heights? Yeah. Okay, so I've been to concerts where I've been, like, had to go to the very top, and I had a major panic attack, and I froze, and I could not move, and people were like, move out of the way, move out of the way, and I literally said, call security, I cannot move. Have you ever been so scared with fright that you literally could not move? That's the way I am when it comes to heights. I freeze. Mom had to literally come out of her seat, pick me up, and help me because I could not move. I was froze with fear. So that is my second biggest fear, is heights. So death is number one and heights is number two. So mark that one off my list there. What is your top pet peeves? Ooh, that is a good one. I have so many pet peeves, and I've learned this through when me and my husband were separated. I learned this through dating, that I realized that I have a lot of pet peeves that I did not realize before. Like I'm so used to my husband, like, things he doesn't bother me, but when other people do these things, or other people, I don't know, it just annoys the F out of me. Okay, so number one pet peeve, I would say I really, really hate it. Immaturity. I really hate being around, especially a guy, even a girl. Let's just say either guy or girl. I really hate immaturity. So I feel like I have a very old soul, all about that. And so my pet peeves are immaturity. I hate it. When people just, oh my God, there was this one guy, no lie, we would go somewhere, and he would literally, like, on a date or something, and he would literally scream out immaturity words. Like, I felt like I was on a date with a 15-year-old, and he was not 15. He was in his 50s, and he would scream out, quit looking at my balls. And I was like, Okay. Nobody's looking at your balls, you weirdo. It's the immaturity factor. It drove me fucking nuts. Like, that is my huge pet peeve. Like, immaturity is my pet peeve. Like, and then people with no ambition. That is another pet peeve. People with no drive, no ambition. Like, if you don't have a goal in life, or if you don't have if you're not ambitious or don't have that drive, like if you got your bills to pay and you can't pay your bills, what the hell's wrong with you? Like, go pay your bills. I mean, I don't understand people with lack of drive. Those things really annoy the crap out of me. Those are like my two major pet peeves: people with no drive and people that are very immature that just scream out random stuff. And, ugh. Pet peeves, drive me nuts. Okay, so those are my two biggest pet peeves. What else? What is another state you would enjoy living in? Another state? I've always wanted to go to New York. I don't know. I've just always wanted to go to New York. It's been like a big thing for me. But now that I'm a YouTuber, I think I would really like LA, just because there's so many makeup artists and stuff like that. All those conventions and everything are always in LA. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to pick up for part 2 of the Q&A because my time is up, you guys. Thank you for the questions. I want to say you're my YouTube family. Glad to be back home, you guys. If you have any more comments or questions, leave them down below. If you would, please give this video a big thumbs up. I want to say you're my YouTube family. You're my people. I love you so much. Bye, guys. Love ya.